All right, let's go. First off, we're going to have a little talk. Publix and I. Hey, Publix. There was no thought process of making these new World Cup flavors. There's 3 of them. A BOGO of any kind, or buy one, get 2 free. No type of deal. $4.79 a bag. There are 3 flavors. I'm not spending 14 bucks on 3 bags of chips. It's not happening. So I'm going to talk about the other 2. Maybe in a couple days. I don't know if I see them out somewhere again. If they're cheaper, whatever the case. Oh, $4.29. Sorry, not $4.79. $4.29. So it would have been like $15 for 3 bags. Not happening on my watch. But Lay's has teamed up with the World Cup, I guess, and they got 3 flavors. This is the one I went with today, the Argentinian Style Steak with Chimichurri. The bags are nice. I took some B-roll of the display that had the other 2 flavors showcased right there. So you're going to be able to see the 2 other flavors. I'll tell you about them, and we're going to test this flavor right here, Argentinian Style Steak with Chimichurri. Part of me thinks there was a similar steak version with, like, was it Messi on the, or Ronaldo? Maybe Messi. Whatever the case, we're going to check out this flavor. I just needed to talk to Publix for a minute. Memorial Day weekend, no sale on chips. The new chips. I digress. Cue the intro. What is up, everyone? It is the endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where I try something and tell you if you should like it or not. I can be very persuasive. So there are actually 40 different flavors scattered out the globe, all over the world, representing certain flavors of the teams that are participating in the World Cup. So the World Cup is coming up. I'm forgetting when it starts. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the flavor. So we're going to check out this Lay's team up with the World Cup. Argentinian Style Steak with Chimichurri. I think I've only had Chimichurri 3 or 4 times in my life. On the back it says savory, meaty, and herby, crispy crunch. And there it is. It looks good. I have had Chimichurri steak. We're going to check this chip out. Here we go. All right, yes, here we go. So the other flavors are Brazilian style garlic sauce potato chips for Brazil. And then there's the Lay's French onion soup potato chip for France. So in the United States, the 3 flavors represented are for Argentina, Brazil, and France. So these are the regular, like the original chips. Some of the others are either wavy or kettle cooked. They have different styles of chips. I went with the OG, the original. Ooh, that smells interesting. So again, Argentinian Style Steak with Chimichurri. I don't want to eat that one. Let's eat this one. More circular. Gonna eat a little better. All of the dusting on there. All right, wish me luck. I've said this before and I'll say it again. In these potato chip flavors where they try to replicate something, meat is always one of the hardest things to replicate. And then because it is steak with chimichurri, the potato always messes with your mind. So I guess you can look at this, because sometimes you'll eat mashed potatoes with steak. Maybe you just gotta, like, clear your mind. Clear your mind. The rest will follow. Is that the song? Does it clear your mind? Whatever the case, let me know if I sang the right lyrics. But there we go. Wish me luck. Lay's Argentinian Style Steak with Chimichurri. Whoa. Wow. There is a plethora of flavor going on right there. Eat a couple of these in a row. Chimichurri for sure. But like I said, whenever they do these meats, am I getting steak? Oh, maybe a little bit right there. Maybe a little bit right there on the back end. Steak on the back end. You haven't lived. Steak on the back end. Yeah, so it is highly covered. A highly covered chip with all these spices. The chimichurri is forefront. You better like some chimichurri. It does go well with steak. And after eating 3 or 4 of those, I got like a steak flavor. Kind of at the end right there. Not while I was eating it, but kind of at the end. I think it might be there. Still not 100% though. Look at this little guy. Huh. All right, listen. Does a great job with chimichurri. The chip is wonderful. They know how to make a chip, especially the classic. That's my favorite Lay's chip, the classic. I don't normally gravitate to the wavy or to the any of the others. But let me say, I don't know. I got to give it a rating. I'm struggling with this because the chimichurri is staying on the taste buds. It is definitely a fiesta on the taste buds right here. And I think it does a good job. I just don't know if it's ever possible to fully bring steak to the forefront in a potato chip. Again, that's just my opinion. Let me show you one more. I'll take one more bite, but let me give it a rating. 1 to 100, the World Cup inspired Argentinian style steak with chimichurri Lays is going to get a solid, I'll go 81 on this. I think the chimichurri's on point. I think the potato, I'm just thinking mashed potatoes. And I think it does an adequate job with a steak-esque flavor. So there you go. Another review in the books. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, please do not forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. That is social media, getting the word of my channel out to the masses. In closing, that's how I do it. And I put it down in the cupboard. So listen, in closing, let me know your thoughts. Probably seeing this on Tuesday. The holiday weekend is behind us. We're looking forward to 4th of July. So thank you so much. Light up the comments. And I guess that's it. We'll see you soon with some more reviews.